Ah, Imaginators. The only game in the franchise that I didn't play when it first came out. Well, better late than never, right?
I wish it was never!
This is not only the worst Skylanders game, but the worst game in general that I have played in a very, very long time. The story sucks, the characters are mostly annoying, the dialogue is cringeworthy, and worst of all, the levels are boring. So let's do it using only the starter pack. Ready up Kingpin, Golden Queen, and the Fire Creation Crystal. Let's get it started. But really quickly, a few people were wondering if I would ever do Spyro's Adventure, and the answer is kind of, because I don't have the equipment to make it look decent on the Wii, but I did play through it using only the starter pack, so here. The starter pack is Gilgrunt, Spyro, and Trigger Happy, and the latter was my go-to throughout the challenge. The story of SSA is very simple. Chaos has destroyed the Core of Light, and we need to repair it and defeat him. The levels were okay for the most part, but I died and had to restart at the creepy Citadel, and died a good few times on other levels as well. To repair the core, the eternal blank sources need to be recovered so they all work in harmony, and bada bing bada boom 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 boom. The Chaos fight is bullcrap, so I ended up saying screw it and assemble. But technically the chapter was already over, and the Chaos fight is its own thing, so my point is this is my enjoyment rating of these challenges. Yep. Notice something at the very bottom. Now onto the actual point of the video. I spawned in as Kingpin and did the tutorial for the 6th time in the series. Push objects, use keys, walk, the usual. Unaware that this is the only brawler shrine in the game, I walked past it blissfully ignorant that this could have got me a cool power. And no, I don't come back here for the rest of the game. Make our way to this mountain where we enter this ancient type place, go through a maze where Spyro glazes us, and get 3 different Imaginite chests. Call me Mariah Carey cause it's time to make an Imaginator. I decided to make a Fire Smasher and model it after my goat of the series, which, if you've seen my other Skylanders videos, you would know who it is. Everyone, I'd like you to meet Glumshanks Glummy Jr. Glummy wrecks some chumps and we end up at the first boss fight, the Sorcerer Doomlander. By constantly dashing in and out of him, we can stay out of harm's way for the most part, then use basic attacks when it is safe, and after weakening him, he's out for the count. Chaos gives us a hint about his plan, and remember how I said the Supercharger story is the best in the series that I know of because I hadn't played Imaginators? Well, now I can say with confidence that Superchargers has the best story in the series, because this story isn't top 1, or top 2, or 3, or 4, or 5 in the franchise. It is the worst. Congratulations Swap Force fans. I won't be shitting on your game in this video because I actually found a worse one. Yeah, I know, no need for applause. Spyro glazes us a little more, then takes us to the mysterious ancient place. Get it? Cause it's a map. It's so funny! So I hope you like seeing the prominent characters from the previous games because they appear for like 10 seconds each in Imaginators, and that is barely an exaggeration. Get Flynn, go talk to Persephone for the one time in the entire game because upgrades are remote now for some damn reason, and talk to Flynn. The Mushroom River is in danger, so we gotta skedaddle. This big body of water is incredibly poisonous, which Gilgrunt so obviously did the research to find out, and Eruptor knows because he is stupid and drank the water. I made it through most of this level with Kingpin, but changed to the troll for the Brawler Doomlander because it becomes more and more obvious over the course of this game that every boss battle is an Imaginator's strong suit. This fight is even easier than the first one, and yes, I have to listen to Chaos explain that he gives the Doomlanders a secret technique after beating them half to death during every single boss in the entire game. The tediousness is already settling in. The ultimate goon got away. Just so you guys can witness this horrible story, I'll let the cutscene speak for itself.
That's it! You're right, Glumshanks!
I am?
Yes? There's nothing wrong with my incomprehensible genius. It's those ancients and their miserable secrets. And when you want to know the most secret of secrets, there's only one place to go. Come, Glumshanks. We're going to the Super Secret Society of Super Secrets.
Bro. The Secret Society of Super Secrets, also known as Scholarville, is where Chaos is trying to find a magical thinking cap. Skylanders is written by manatees. The characters are leveling up extremely fast, which is good, and one thing I will give this game is that the combat feels really good. It's probably the most well done combat in the entire series. It's just a shame that the game is dog shit. Anyway, Bazooka Doomlander. Chaos says that the Helm of Ultimate Wisdom will make his Doomlanders quote-unquote unstoppable. Unfortunately, the level isn't over, and this poor thing has to crawl through the sewers to fight the most repetitive boss in the history of this series, who doesn't even have a name and should die like how this game killed the franchise! After putting on the thinking cap, Chaos meets the brain, and naturally it's going to be immensely difficult to prove that it's the smartest brain in the known universe, but go ahead, have a try, brain. There's no way in hell that's true.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Chaos has created an ultimate Doomlander who's going to be threatening, massive, and incredibly powerful. It's a big fucking guacamole monster. I told you the story was shit. It's just copying a masterpiece. This chapter is like any other chapter, but this time we have to get a ship back or something. So kill enemies, listen to some corny-ass dialogue, and do these block thingies. What is this wrecking ball thing I have to activate? Well, all the other minigame things are easy as pie, so this must be the same. Hit the goddamn vulture! Kill yourself! I spent an hour and a half on this level because some sick fuck degenerate decided to give this wrecking ball the physics of an actual goddamn wrecking ball to precisely hit targets that are moving quick as hell in a kid's game! You need momentum forwards and backwards to actually push the vultures off, but if you readjust just a little bit too far to the left or right, the wrecking ball turns from a predictable Skylander to Miley Cyrus! Kill the Doomlander and the guacamole monster. Chapter 6 is Fizzlane, and it's got this totally original switching worlds mechanic, but done worse than Giants because it feels like a trek to do anything, and it's such a slog. Do some stupid ass minigames, level up some more with each character, and hit Ninja Baby one more time. The brain has a brilliant idea to make Chaos use not 10% of his brain, not 100%, but 200% in order to make him be able to create anything.
I hate percentages!
The brain is trapped in the Golden Arcade, which has a bunch of games, and the only dude who knows how to get there is, yeah, you know who. But he's only gonna tell us where it is if we beat him in Skystone's Creation Clash, which is literally the exact same as the Skystones in Giants, and the devs aren't even subtle about it. Outside the Golden Arcade, some clanker is throwing rats for sneaking in, and I don't even want to defeat him, he's just doing his job. Anyway, so I absolutely murked him. Trigger Happy shows up, so we pop some balloons and get into the actual place. Unfortunately, I crashed the party on Wolfgang's twin brother Sal? Glummy Jr. makes sure everyone knows I am the king of Skystones. Then go to the Duck Carnival game where, a little hot tip for those playing on CMU like I was, you have to turn graphic packs and mods off for this part, otherwise the bullets will legit just go through a couple of the ducks. Makes it impossible to progress. I unfortunately did not try this the first time around as I thought it was just a bug with the game in general, so I had to replay the level up to this point. Play some more Skystones, push blocks, card charm that shit, and kill the Smasher Doomlander in a video game? Yeah, I don't know either. Break the locks to secure the brain, but he kinda has other plans and just says fuck you, which like, okay, I guess. I'll kill you for that though. With Brain and Chaos combined, everyone is under mind control except Spyro because he's a dragon. Yep, and there's an impenetrable force field around Chaos's castle for good measure too. Apparently dragon magic stopped the ancient brains centuries ago, so you get a pass, I guess. Chapter 8 looks cool, but is a trek through cringy dialogue and repetitive and long downtime. I'll give it something though. The boss, which is the Bowslinger this time around, is unique because of the arena we're in. It's got these pillars that you can use for cover, and it was pretty satisfying because Glummy has an upgrade that makes constant earthquakes now, so after I hit the ground once, I was able to just pack on the damage. Junior did die at the end, so Golden Queen finished the job and the brainwashing is lifted. However, there is still the problem of, I don't know, the massive impenetrable force field around the castle, but Pop Fizz is pretty smart, so he's gotta have a good plan to get rid of it, right?
We're gonna make a giant cake!
Release me!
And you know what? Even though this is crap, it can't be that much worse, right? Well, it can. Because getting the ingredients isn't in one level. It isn't in 2. It isn't in 4 or 6. Each ingredient is in one of 8 separate damn levels. I mean, there's like an explodey bit and a trek and 8 goddamn levels, and they are all boring as crap. Like, please, just release me. Just kill me. Free me from this piece of crap game. No wonder the franchise died after this, because they had a starter game, which was like mediocre-ish in my opinion, then a banger, then a good one, then 2 absolute bangers, then this overly corporate, no love, no bitches, no writing stuff that was older than 12 piece of shit cringeworthy game that could have just let Super Peekers be the end of the series. Because getting an ingredient in 8 different levels feels like you are doing nothing but wasting your time playing boring areas. I hate this stupid cake. After getting every single cake piece, for some reason we make the cake at an abandoned amusement park, so turn some enemies to gold, deal with this stupid app puzzle, and start with putting the frosting on. But unfortunately, the devs had to make this last part bullcrap as well, because someone simply just couldn't take half a second of happiness. If you aren't frame perfect, the bugs will start eating at the frosting, making it a long struggle to get it done. Still not as bad as the Wrecking Ball though. After Kingpin trekked up the mountain, we face the final Doomlander of the Quickshot class. Take a good look at this damage, because this combat is the only bearable part of Imaginators. And send the cake to Chaos's castle with a rocket.
Is that a birthday cake?
It's not even close to your actual birthday.
Your, brain does have a point, sir.
Silence!
Bro. Some more terrible writing, add chaos clones, and hopefully I can get this level done quickly so I don't have to play shit Imaginators anymore. These crystal thingamawhatsits need to be moved to progress as they unlock the gates. This is the only puzzle mechanic in the level, and it has to be done like 5 times. The chaos clones are so irrelevant that they didn't even get an introduction card thing. When I reach the end of the section, Glumshanks, the original one this time, tries his best Pandagast impression, but he ain't built for this, and the castle shows up to create a massive path with mind magic. Chaos proposes a game and has a particularly interesting set of rules.
So let's go over the rules for our little game. They're pretty simple. You lose, I win. Every time you defeat a chaos clone, you earn points. Every time you set up one of my traps, I earn points.
Quite frankly, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose the game as long as you make it to the end. Use Golden Queen for hordes because she literally turns them into gold and is strong for a decent chunk of this level. She did almost die, but this level has healing pads scattered throughout, so we're chilling. The last part is the so-called bonus round. We just avoid all the enemies, turn the crystals, and open the gate so chaos can be dealt with once and for all, because I hate to break it to you guys, the series is dead. Please stop making videos saying, oh, but next year we're getting an announcement for sure, because that is unholy amounts of copium. Alright, let's do this. This fight is about 90% Doomlander clones and 10% Chaos for the first part. Huge amounts of damage using the Fire Smasher, so although I did lose a lot of health, Chaos lost way more. Plus some Doomlanders drop healing items when they die. A third of Chaos's health is gone, and he has an intermission with the Brain where he demonstrates how much of a little bitch he is. The Brain says, well, do it yourself then, fool! Waves and absolute numbers of enemies start attacking, and yeah, this fight is very similar to Traptanium Chaos in a lot of ways. Chaos is weakened just a little bit more, and Brain says, taking over Skylanders was chill, but you brought up the fact that I don't have thumbs, so call this... And now the Brain is on our side. Yep. Amazing story. Anyway, the Imaginators are very powerful now, so Glummy absolutely pummeled everyone until his luck finally ran out, so we're gonna be golden. Oh my god, yes! Game's done, game's awful, game should have not existed, and let Superchargers end the series, and maybe this time Chaos will stay trapped. Not in pure Traptanium, but in a goddamn pickle jar.